Hi, Rebecca. I'm trying to learn histology, today deep wound healing, and after we've done it, we're gonna do short impingement training. And if you participate in the short impingement training, then it's very honest, and we're talking about wounds and internal anatomy and medicine and other stuff. And this is no medical advice, we're just reading about it. Deep wound healing. Deep wound healing occurs when an injury extends to the dermis and subcutaneous layer. Okay, if the dermis, that seems to be pretty much on the top, and the subcutaneous layer a bit deeper, is damaged when the deep wound healing starts. Makes sense. Because multiple tissue layers. Oh, I never thought of it. It's not just which wound is deeper and more, because then it has to be different layers. Okay, because multiple tissue layers must be repaired, the healing process is more complex than in epidermal wound healing. In addition, scar tissue is formed and the healing tissue loses some of its normal function. Okay, now the new formed tissue there at the place where the wound is scar tissue, and it has not the full function as it has before, and it is more complex because different layers have to be done, not just more but different layers. Deep wound healing occurs in 4 phases: an inflammatory phase, a migratory phase, a proliferative phase, and the maturation phase. Okay, there is the inflammation phase, I think there's something inflamed, the migratory phase, where the cells are wandering, and the proliferative phase, they're getting morpher, and then the maturation phase, where we're getting older. During the inflammatory phase, a blood clot forms in the wound and loosely unites the wound edges. Okay, in the first phase, the inflammatory phase, there's a blood clot, so there comes blood in the wound, and so we're talking about blood. In the wound and loosely unites the wound edges, so there comes blood, the blood gets stiff, and that is our first thing in the inflammatory phase which we have here. This phase of deep wound healing involves inflammation, a vascular and cellular response that helps eliminate microbes, foreign materials, and dying tissue in preparation for repair. Okay, in this inflammatory phase, the first this blood clot is, which loosely unites the wound edges, which loosely closes the wound, starts an inflammation process. And that is a vascular and cellular response that helps eliminate microbes, foreign materials, and dying tissue in preparation for repair. So the body itself is doing inflammation, and these other things, these microbes and these other stuffs, they don't like inflammation. Is that the process? The vasodilation and increased permeability of blood vessels is associated with inflammation and hence delivery of. Oh, what is this? That's another thing. Okay, let's read on. The vasodilation and increased permeability of blood vessels associated with inflammation and hence delivery of white blood cells called neutrophils. So basically, we're saying because it is inflamed, because the blood vessels are bigger and also are the permeability tilt, whatever permeability it means, that all increases the blood supply and the supply of, did we say white blood cells? Or blood cells, whatever, blood cells, and hence delivery of white blood cells. And they are called neutrophils. So inflammation has as a byproduct that the whole infrastructure is built out and all the delivery routes are bigger, extended, increased. And of monocytes, which develop into macrophages that photogeize microbes, and of mesenchymal cells, which develop into fibroblasts. Okay, not just the white blood cells, they seem to be called neutrophils. What are the ones called? These red blood cells? I think it was also something like that. Not neutrophils, but then hemophils or something. So the neutrophils come better there, and also the monocytes, which then develop into the macrophages, and which are then through pathogization, which are doing pathogization microbes, and they also easier come in the mesenchymal cells, and they develop into fibroblasts. So not just the white blood cells, but also 2 other types. The microbes and the mesenchymal cells are coming also easier there. Things are better transported there if it's inflamed in the inflammation phase. Okay, in the inflammation phase, it is inflamed, better blood supply, better white blood supply, better microbes, better monocytes and better inhumal cells, whatever. What was it? No, what was it? So many words which all look the same. The neutrophils coming there, the white blood cells, and also the monocytes, which becoming macrophages, and these macrophages are then doing pathogization of microbes, and also the mesenchymal cells, whatever they are coming there better. The three phases that follow do the work of repairing the wound. In the migratory phase, the clot becomes a scab, and epithelial cells migrate beneath the scab to bridge the wound. Okay, the clotted cells becomes a scab. And then there are epithelial cells and they are migrating beneath the scab to bridge the wound. So there's the scab on top, and then they're coming the epithelial cells, and they are bridging when they're between the scab and the whatever, flesh. Fibroblasts migrate along fibrin threads and begin synthesizing scar tissue. Collagen fibers and glycoproteins and damaged blood vessels begin to regrow. Okay, the blood vessels start to regrow again. Okay, but this is another process. But it's interesting. But there's another process going on with the regrowing of blood vessels. And the fibroblasts, which have come there through the mesenchymal cells, which are brought there, which have developed the fibroblasts, are now making spiderwebs. And they're making all of these fibrin threads, and they begin to synthesize scar tissue. During this phase, the tissue filling the wound is called granulation tissue. Okay, whatever it has a name, why not? It needs a name, and it's called the granulation tissue. Then starts the proliferative phase. It is characterized by extensive growth of epithelial cells beneath the scab. Okay, there are some types of epithelial cells, and they are starting to grow underneath the scab, which is like a... What is the thing called what to put onto there? What is it? It's on top. Now, underneath this top where the epithelial cells are starting to grow. Deposition of fibroblasts of collagen fibers and renal petals. Okay, these fibroblasts are continuing with their completely random patterns like a spider web, just making spider webs everywhere. And continued growth of blood vessels. And the blood vessels are also growing. Makes sense. It's like... Remember the example, doesn't it? Finally, during the maturation phase, the scab slows off once the epidermis has been restored to normal thickness. Okay, the epidermis grows and grows and grows, and then the scab goes off. Why does it go off? Is it because it's no longer supplied? What is telling it to go its way? So at the end, when the maturation phase, when the scab on top goes away. Collagen fibers become more organized, fibroblasts decrease in number, and blood vessels are restored to normal. So the blood vessels have grown with me, we are aware, and fibroblasts getting less, so because they should stop with all the spiderwebs. If the wound is closed, they should stop doing this. What was that thing where I did not stop? Whatever. They should stop to make these fibers there, and collagen fibers become more organized. How? Maybe the new ones are grown properly. Whatever, they become more organized. Someone is cleaning up. As noted in chapter 4, the process of scar tissue formation is called fibrosis. There are these whatever, and they're doing fibroblasts. The fibroblasts are doing fibrosis. It's called fibrosis. Sometimes so much scar tissue is formed during deep wound healing that a raised scar results. That is, one that is elevated above the normal epidermal surface. So it can happen that these MZ, is it called MZ? I'm not sure if it is English. I don't think it's English. I don't know. I'm not sure. Let's not say 2 3 ones. It's wrong. Wait, okay. And we're working too much, and we're making too much fibroblasts gowns there, and then the thing is too big. And then there's a hill. If such a scar remains within the boundaries of the original wound, it is a hypertrophic scar. Because it is super big, hypertrophic scar. If it extends beyond the boundaries of the original bone into normal surrounding tissue, it is a keloid scar. So it grows even more. Then it's a keloid scar. Scar tissue differs from normal skin in that its collagen fibers are more densely arranged. There are more collagen fibers. That makes sense, it was repaired this way. That means if someone wants to improve scars, maybe we have to set before the scar is formed. before the scar is formed. We have to find another way of wound healing. Not just make the scar after it's better way or something, but directly before the scar, before the fibroblasts even started working, there it has to be stopped. It's not making an aftercare, but making a better process instead of the one that's what your body is doing. Scar tissue differs from normal skin in that its collagen fibers are more densely arranged. Scar tissue also has fewer blood vessels, might not contain the same number of hairs, skin glands, or sensory structures as undamaged tissue. So the whole thing is not as good as it was before. There are not so much hairs growing, the skin glands are bad or less, the blood vessels are better, and the sense is also less. Because of the arrangement of collagen fibers and the scarcity of blood vessels, scars are usually lighter in color than normal skin. Okay, because the collagen fibers are there, it is lighter than normal skin, and also less blood vessels. It was histology. If you were here for histology, you can get the next part of histology. If you stay here and participate in the shoulder impingement training, participate at your own risk. We are starting with the good and simple stance, and we're going back the shoulders up and down, back, down, and backwards, front, up, back, down. Long arms, strong fists, go as far back as you can with the shoulders. Right up, and front, down, and back, up, and down. No, high up, back, down, front, up, back, and down. And now, we will lift the good and still stance, long arms, shoulders down, and together, and turn the arms to the inside. Now the arms to the outside, shoulders down, and together. Arm to the inside, shoulders down and together. Arm to the outside, shoulders down and together. Arms to the side, lift in front, arms in front, shoulders down and together. Arms back, shoulders up in front. And arms in front, shoulders down, together. Arms back, shoulders up, in front. And release. Now shrug, lift the arms up, go shoulders up. And again, if this or any other exercise causes pain, then don't do it. Arms up, shoulders up, and down. And then like. And now the pretzel curl, arms together, down to the outside, down and together. And now the sunlight. You could use or sock or something else. Have the long arm at the outside, let it fall down, and try to catch it again. And on the other side. And now, stretching. One arm in front, the shoulders back, down, pull the arm, have the fingers, try to relax the arm, go back with the shoulder, then with palm up to the sky. Back with the shoulder, down with the shoulder, pull the arm in, have the fingers, try to relax the arm, go back with the shoulder, then with palm up to the sky. Good. And other arm in front, shoulders back, down, pull the arm in, have that fingers, try to relax the arm. Go with back with the shoulder. And then the palm of it up to the sky. It was a short impingement training. I thank you very much, and until next time.